Welcome to my channel, Travel-y Voyage. We all do the same thing every year. Somewhere in winter or early spring, we start imagining summer, and almost always it looks the same. Warm sand, slow days, the sea, people who seem more relaxed than usual, and that feeling that life is somehow easier near the water. And Malaga fits perfectly into that picture. You arrive, you see the beaches, the light, the movement, the people, and it feels like you got exactly what you came for. But the strange part is that after a few hours, or maybe the next day, something shifts, and you start realizing that the beach is not the reason why this place stays with people. It's just the beginning. There is a certain type of city that doesn't try to impress you directly, because it understands that attention is something you can't force. And Malaga feels exactly like that. At first, it gives you something very simple and familiar. The coastline, the warmth, the movement of people who seem to be living in a permanent version of summer. And you relax into that image almost instantly. You leave the beach for a moment, you walk into the streets, and suddenly the rhythm changes. Not dramatically, but enough for you to feel it somewhere in the background. The noise becomes softer, the streets become narrower, the light changes, and instead of looking at the sea, you start looking at people. And that's where Malaga begins to work in a different way. This is the city where Pablo Picasso was born, and that detail seems almost obvious. But when you actually spend time here, you start to understand it differently. Not as a fact, but as a feeling. Because creativity here doesn't look like something special. It looks like something normal. Even someone like Antonio Banderas, who comes from this city, feels like a continuation of that same energy. Not exaggerated, not artificial, but grounded, confident, and very aware of itself. And that same energy appears in the way people exist here today. Women in Malaga don't behave like they are being watched. And that changes everything. There is no visible effort to impress, no tension in the way they move, no sense of performing for someone else. And because of that, you notice them more, not less. It's a quiet kind of presence that doesn't ask for attention, but somehow keeps it. You see it when someone walks from the beach into the city without changing anything about themselves, still carrying that same relaxed energy, as if there is no separation between those two worlds. And that's when you realize that Malaga is not divided into parts. It's not beach and then city. It's one continuous experience where everything flows into everything else. You can start your day by the sea, completely disconnected, almost passive, just observing. And then, without planning it, find yourself in the middle of the city, surrounded by conversations, movement, architecture, and still feel the same calm inside. That continuity is rare. Most places force you to switch modes. to go from relaxing to exploring, from quiet to active, from private to social. Malaga doesn't do that. It lets you stay the same while everything around you changes. And maybe that is why people come here expecting one thing, but leave with something completely different, something they didn't even know they were looking for. Because at some point, it stops being about the place and becomes about how you feel inside it. Malaga doesn't stay in your memory as a location. It stays as a state. Something between movement and stillness, between attention and ease, between being present and not needing to think about it. And if you felt something while watching this, subscribe to the channel and tell me in the comments what Malaga was for you. Just a beach or something more than that? See you in the next journey.